Hi everyone, and welcome to GDPR, the fundamentals. I've just completed 3 days of a 4-day course up in London, and I wanted to share with you the things that I've learnt. And hopefully I'll put this across in terms that make sense, and if you want to know more information, just get in touch with me. So if you've never come across GDPR, then that stands for the General Data Protection Regulations that come into force on the 25th of May this year, 2018. And actually they've been in the pipeline for the last 2 years, so they are ready to become law. And one of the things that I like is that they are protecting, these regulations will be protecting the rights of individuals like you and I. Now, if you've got a business, then you need to put another hat on because you need to comply with these regulations. And I'm just going to go through a few of the things so that you've got a feel for it. But I promise to create some more videos that will go into a bit more detail. So, if you are a business and you're handling personal information, they call it PII. Personally identifiable information on your customers, your prospects, then you need to have processes in place to make sure you handle this data effectively, correctly under GDPR. So that's sort of data that would identify an individual, but it's not just any individual, it's got to be a living person. And we are known as data subjects, so there's a first piece of jargon for you there. But the good news is it applies to any EU citizen. So if companies have your data in America, then they still have to comply with GDPR when they are managing, processing our information. But let's not get too carried away with the rest of the world. Let's just stick to what's happening in the UK. So you're a business and you have customers and you store personal information. Now, there has to be a reason, a lawful reason why you have to have evidence of why you're holding this information. Now, it could be that it's a legitimate business reason. In other words, it's something that's vital for the running of your business. So that's one reason that you can use under GDPR as to why you have somebody's name, age, email, etc. on file or stored on your system, your CRM system. Now there's several other legitimate reasons why you may hold that data. But if you've gone through all of the other options, then the final thing that you can do is get consent. And this consent needs to be explicit, especially if you are telling, you are sending out emails, you are marketing, you are sending out product information to customers or even prospects on your list. So consent is important, and there's a whole series of things that you can do to make sure that that consent falls into line with the GDPR regulations. So I think I probably need to do a full video on that, but I just want to give you a flavour of it right now. So the key thing that businesses need to do is they need to guard against their data being breached. Because, if you are holding this personally identifiable information and your systems are not strong and not tight, and human error comes into this, of course, but let's say you get hacked, your systems, your IT systems get hacked, then that's a data breach. And it's really important that you notify the ICO. Now, that's the Information Commissioner's Office, and they just handle all things to do with GDPR, and that breach would need to be notified to the ICO, another jargon term, but you'll get used to this, within 72 hours. But the thing to do is to just take every precaution, take all those steps to guard against breaches of data. So I think the thing to remember, that the whole reason this is come into force is to protect citizens, EU citizens, protect our data, make sure companies are not using data just for the sake of it, that they've got a really good reason to hold our data. And as individuals, we have rights. We have rights to be forgotten. We have rights to ask for our data to be updated. We have rights to ask for our data to be moved to another company in a readable format, and so much more. Now, I have got lots more I could tell you about GDPR, but I wanted to keep this really short and sweet. Don't forget, if you would like to hear more from me, if you'd like to talk to me about any issues that you feel that you've got with regards to GDPR, you have all my contact details down below this video. But I appreciate you watching this and hope it's been of some value. Thanks very much. Bye for now.